What's up, you guys? Today, we're going to talk about the scale being up and what you do about when that happens, a little bit of thought belief, and, on my war path, just kidding, to losing 100 pounds again, and all from mindset perspective, understanding my body and hormones and how things change as we age, right? Losing weight, all of that. Hold on a sec, you guys. Make sure I gotta fix this thing here. All right. I don't know. I feel like my color is off. My skin's a little better. So I am healing, you guys. Hang on. I want to share this with my group. Just let everybody know we're live. And talking mainly on Fridays, I get into my weight loss journey because I switched my weigh-in day to this day. And I will say my body doesn't like weighing in on Friday morning. Okay, here's the secret. I really need to, poo. And this is key in weight loss. No, what's really key, you guys, is not giving up. I look back at my journey the first time, losing over 100 pounds and just feeling so good in my body and knowing and understanding that, like, on this path, it's not linear. It's just like a business journey, not linear. You're going to have months where you're just like, everything's jiving, and then you're going to have times where it doesn't, right? Hey, woman. Who is that? Is that Mel? I got to get remembering your handles. EXO, your girl. I love your handle, man. Hey, so Mel, remind me, are you on a weight loss journey with me? I forget. So here's what's interesting, because my experience and what I coach on has been in the weight loss industry, but also like career life purpose, really growth. I'm very future focused, right? I consider myself a guide or a coach more than I would, like, I'm not a friggin' therapist, right? Like, therapy dives into your past, and I'm really good at, like, not at living in the present. And I also have that gate I learned in human design. So the whole human design thing's been interesting. And I really want to. Nope. Mel, are you working on your business? You created that handle over 50 or over 15 years ago. How old are you now? You're not 55, are you? That'd be funny. Oh, this is hot. Woo! Hot doggy. Like my school swag. That's how much I love school. I really do. I've met so many great friends already. Like, seriously, it's just opened up a different aspect to community, I think, and learning that I've really enjoyed. So, yeah, you did the alter ego. Yeah, I thought you were a young buck. That's right. Okay. All right, I got you now, Mel. My daughter is going to be 32 this summer, and she does all of this stuff with us, like all of like what we do in the 90-day planning. And this is where I like get my goal, right? So I build the alter ego, I build the future self, and every day I wake up and get my head out of my ass with this process, and then I move myself like toward the goal, right? So I was really thinking this morning about thought creation and those bridge thoughts. And this works no matter what you're trying to achieve in the world, right? Oh, I didn't post this. Did I post it? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Um, really thinking about, like, if your thought is always like, oh, a weight loss just doesn't work for me, it's so slow, it sucks. Like, if those are the thoughts, like, it's really easy to give up, right? And this is why most people don't get their goals, is we give up. So how do we stay in the game? How do you stay in it when you're not seeing the evidence of what you feel like is your hard work showing up? And I have two future selves going now because I opened up my other chat GPT account. Listen, This is the running joke with me and Katya because Katya's like, "You have 10 personalities." I'm like, "No, I have 1 personality and 10 alter egos who also have personalities. There's the difference, right?" You rock, Heather. What's up, you wise bitch? How's it going? Like my school swag? It gets even better than that. Where's my oh shit, I don't know where it is. My school trucker hat. Oh, it's too early for these lights. Hold on. I feel like my light is so off today. Oh, that's better. Okay. Um okay, so I was thinking about thoughts, right? And how finding these bridge thoughts because like now we have I'm seeing more weight loss focused women coming in the community because I'm creating these 2 paths, right? I've got the weight loss path and then the career life purpose path because they both really unfolded out of my journey and I coach on both of them. So, but I think depending on how you come into the work of transformation, of getting the goal of whatever, they hit you differently, right? So I'm in the process of creating these paths. And the one thing that has, I'm like, okay, what's the first thing I need to create? And to me, it's about thought awareness and how we can change our thoughts and the power of that and finding these bridge thoughts. Like when I first started losing weight, like if you only learn one skill on the path to whatever your goal is, learning how to see, observe, and change your thoughts. This is the power set, right? I have like, so just talking about my goal is so funny because I was dancing around. You know why these 270s are like, it's getting really slow right here. And I let someone in the group the other day and she's like, it's just going so slow. And I was thinking about that. And I'm like, this whole year, I mean, it's June. I'm down about 24 pounds and I'm stoked about that. But also, I've set much bigger goals, but also because I know I won't get mind fucked about it. Like, sometimes we'll set a big goal and then we get discouraged because, like, say you said you were going to lose 30 pounds and you lost 15. Oh, well, I only lost 15. You guys see yourself do that stuff? I think so many people do this. And I'm like, what do you mean only 15? You could have been gaining 15, right? So seeing yourself move in the right direction, but understanding just like with energy and money, with our bodies and food, like we have energetic set points. Our body is like wired to keep us safe in this, what feels good for the brain. Because back in the day, when we had to get out there and chase lions and all that other bullshit, although that might not be bad for us to have to do that again, right? Like our brains had to keep us safe. People do that all the time. Yeah. Yeah, Mel, what do you do for life or living? Just curious, my friend. You sound very, very wise. You sound like you sound like you're 50 already. I'm just kidding. That's a compliment in the best way. Nothing. Good for you. Good for you. M- Mel, Mel, do you live with your husband? Is it you and your husband, no kids? Am I thinking of the right person? I'm trying to connect you. We've got like 4 Mels. So I'm trying to I believe that's you. Yeah. Um okay, so what the hell was I talking about? I got myself sidetracked. So, I was thinking about this. Like if I let myself have that thought, oh, this is so slow. It's never going to happen. It takes me so much longer to lose weight now that I'm older. If I had all of these thoughts every morning, I'd never fucking lose weight. Like that feels horrible. And then what do you do with that action? You just eat a bunch of comfort food, right? Like if you're not in awareness of it. So, I that thought just came to me this morning because I'm like, fuck, a 269 again. Now I busted into the 260s, but this is my experience with weight loss, with other goals. Like I'll hit a set point where my body's getting really comfortable there, and then something will happen, and it's probably intentional. Like if you're writing down your goals, if you are tracking your food, it's really easy to see, and since I've been doing this, I'm doing this FODMAP low histamine diet. You guys, I'm literally eating like 6 foods, and they're not foods that typically I know my body processes like a beast to lose weight. I have like protein, sweet potato, which historically have been really bad for me on the scale, but I'm needing them to even sustain myself right now because I've got like blueberries, apples. I like, and this is not because I want to eat this diet to lose weight. Okay, I want to be clear. If I was eating a diet to lose weight, it would not be how I'm eating right now because it is harder. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say it's harder because of the carbs, and my body really likes like a paleo type keto-based diet. Like my body really likes that. And so I'm doing healthy fats and stuff, but what I found is that it's just taken longer. But when your skin is flared and you want to not have your skin flared, it's extremely motivating. Like people talk about restriction and um, how how restriction feels when you are going like deciding not to eat certain things like sugar or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? It's really easy when you get sick from it. Like, I think if we could all see the sickness that is happening in our bodies by polluting them, it would be much easier. Because when I see it on my face, like my body doesn't allow me to exist with it anymore. With sugar, with alcohol, with chocolate, like I get inflamed and I flare up and it's a big eczema bout, right? So, oh, I got like disco lights going over there. Yeah. So I don't know what I was saying with that, but I got a comment. I never look at the scale. Mom said she wanted to be smaller than what the scale said, but it wasn't feasible for her. So she just ended up yo-yo dieting. Good for you, Mel. I love when our kids learn from us. Like you took that and you made it something else about you, right? Here's my thing about the scale. Hey, Chris, what's up, bitches? I love it. So here's my thing about the scale and coaching people on a weight loss journey and what I've learned about human design. I seriously, the scale is data for me. So I really do believe when we're on our way to a goal to have some way to measure it. So this is something exciting that I'm releasing Sunday. If you guys can join me on the call, I'm redoing the classrooms to have these separate paths, right? To figure out your life purpose and then to lose the weight. Right. And I'm like, as a coach and helping people get goals, like that's my job, like really having people have a way to monitor it in real time. And then we manage your thoughts that come up around the scale or the number or the time or whatever. But then I'm learning in human design how, if you have this open root center, you're going to have a lot more um, unregulated pressure towards time, towards things like time, goals. Like they're probably the people that are freaking out with the scale goal, right? Because they get into this fight or flight about it. So then I got down this whole rabbit hole with the archetypes because I think certain archetypes play in with the human design a little bit too. It's interesting. And so anyhow, I've created these 7 different paths for the archetypes on our journey for self-discovery. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have like sometimes it's so hard to get out of my brain my ideas. Do you guys have this problem? I'm like, I have all of these ideas up in here and I just can't get them out. I just want to get them out. I can't. Oh, and I'm interviewing Katya today. So Katya, from Oracle Connections and Oracle Cards Magic, she's on a rush to win the school games. And so I was like, of course you can come in my group and we'll podcast. And I usually just solo cast. So I haven't interviewed very many people, right? I've had a couple of friends I've podcasted with, and like Renee Spears with Abundology. I have certain like industry friends, and my Aunt Mary, we've podcasted, but like so I'm like, oh, I got to become a badass interviewer today. So I'm like, bring on the interrogation. Let's go. Get my energy going. So it's going to be so much fun. Poor Katya's like, maybe I'm not coming live. I'm like, yeah, where's your post announcing it to the universe, sister? Like, I better get in there and tell everyone we're going to be live. She's up there hiding. I see you up there in Canada. Now, in her defense, I'm the one that decided to make an event of it. I'm like, well, why don't we just make it a live event? This is going to be fun. I've never podcasted a live event before. That's going to be a good time. So you guys, here's my thing about here's my thoughts about the scale being up. Okay, we're not moving in the direction I don't want to move. It's like we're like 0.5. I'm like right where I'm supposed to be. And it will come, like right now, I knew yesterday when I ate rice and I had a lot of protein, that the scale wasn't going to move necessarily. And I really need a poo today. I need to get my poo cycle back down. But my thoughts are never like, oh my God, this isn't working, I'm quitting, right? My thoughts sometimes can be, okay, what do I need to adjust to move the needle? And here's the thing, you guys, I go to Arizona next week and everything's dead there. So I can enjoy being outside and in my mountain and having my feet in the earth. And I'm like, really, really excited about that, And I've just been staying inside here, really like healing. I'm off my medication for my skin, and that feels so good. I mean, I don't know. My weight loss quest turned into how do I not inflame my body and my skin? And I would try all of these different anti-inflammation diets, all of these things. And I tried medical medium. And then I find out about histamines and not lactates, but anyhow, there's all kinds of food shit, right? And I'm like, I just want to not have to think about it. And when we talk about freedom from food, freedom from like things like that, just letting it be easy, like not having to think about it, that's my end game. That like I just am. And fasting has been this for me. Like I'll just be the person that naturally adjusts the next day or whatever. Like I just am I'm not even hungry until like in that early afternoon most days. And if I'm hungry earlier, then I'll eat earlier. I'm just kind of letting my body tell me. And this has been game changing. Mel, should we draw cards? I haven't done my cards yet today. Let's see what it has to say. Can you come join us Sunday? I've never been lower than 150. I think the lowest I was 172. It's just a number. It's totally just a number. Mel, if you feel good and you don't need to lose weight, then yeah, of course, sister. Right? Like, but people that are on a weight loss journey, like, knowing your data points and how your mind's fucked about it, I think can be powerful. But I also think like why I started to tell you that and wanted to talk about it today is I'm a warrior, and that's like archetype, and that I work really well with a goal. Like I love competition, I love pressure. I don't stop because of it. I keep going. And it's part of who I am, right? But there's so many people out there that are leaning into the witch archetype, right? Which is much more intuitive in this aligned journey. I have a client I coach like this, and now I can see so clearly because I'm over here as the warrior trying to open and hold space for her witch, right? And this has just been It made me so much more powerful as a coach. And I see it in my coaching with her. All of this work I'm doing this year through human design and archetypes. So the plans that are coming out, I'm like, with chat, I'm like, are you sure we're okay not having a goal on there? Because I want people that come in my community to lose weight to see progress. So, how does one see progress if they're not measuring something? How do you measure? I just feel so fucking good, right? Like it just feels so good to take care of myself. It's easy for us to forget those I feel good moments, right? Like it's easy for us to forget that. I got Witch and Alchemist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Mel, what do you need to know today? Drop your question. Anyone else got a question? I see we've got a few people. Who's with us? Drop your questions. I'm reading the cards. I'm reading the cards today. We're going to prep for some Katya magic. Woo! Okay, I'm going to ask my card today. What energy do I need for today? Okay, what energy? I kind of like this one right on top. We're just pulling it. Oh, look at that, you guys. Can you see it? A burst of magic. Wait, it's not zooming in. Oh, there. Isn't that pretty? A burst of magic. So you have the lotus flower, which I love is because it's very grounded, right? Because it's got those roots through the lily pad or whatever. And then it's got this magical goddess coming up, blowing her mind out. I just got to bring the magic. I love it. And yesterday, you guys, I get frustrated with myself when I can't just get something done like this classroom. But I'm also like, knowing I'm a generator 2-4 and like I'm here to respond and let the magic come in the world and all of this, but I want to execute and get things done. So there's a pathway for people to move through, right? But yesterday I was just like, I just need to relax and be, and so I vegged out. I watched some shows. I did my morning routine. I did my yoga, my treadmill, my meditation, my plan, and all of that. And then I just vegged. Okay, what's the universe want to tell me? All right, Mel, let's see. What's the universe want to tell? Yes, I have to close my eyes. Let me see. I do a little muscle. This one, this one, this one. Let it go. Oops. Are you holding on to something, Mel? What are you holding on to, sister? This is a heart chakra card with a big heart in it. So lots of love here. Hummingbirds are my mom's symbol to me, right? It can be a symbol of a past one. It can frequently see it for that. But this has two hummingbirds with a string tied together and letting it go, and there's like beautiful petals falling from it, and it's got this green, the heart itself is like a green, I don't want to say like a shrub, right? Like, and it's growing out of the ether. That's beautiful. Like if you envision your heart center as like this green glowing ball in your chest, beautiful. Or the loss of my cat. Yeah, or letting go of the last year, you said? Yeah, either one of those. So if you tag me in the group, remind me and I'll post I can give you your card and the words on it a little bit more if you want. So we're moving, you guys. So here's what's going to happen. This week I'm setting up. Next week I get to Arizona. I'm getting to my mountain. Oh, so excited. I'm going to do everything from my mountain, you guys. Just wait. I'm going to be live from my mountain. I'm going to podcast from my mountain. I am going to do everything from that mountain. Just wait. It's going to be epic. So we are on the path. I started this year 292. I'm 269. That's going my YouTube journey. I had 106 people over here originally when I started in January, and now we have 253 of us, which I'm very excited about because I feel like you guys that have come to join me over here are my peeps, right? So, and I'm really loving the YouTube community, like just how positive overall it is over here. And maybe I'm just not famous enough yet to have the haters, but everybody that comes is just really, really nice. What's so funny is like people do say rude shit, I guess, but I just am like, oh, I love you too. Like I'm really like that person, you know? It's like my friend Nicole, she used to work for me too. She was my assistant, and I'd be like, I had to fire a lot of people in my job, right? But I feel like by the time I'm terminating you, you and I have already had like 20 discussions about how you're not performing and what you need to do, right? So I get to the termination. I feel like they just know it's coming and they're fine with it. And I totally have this image of this girl I fired. And I'm like, oh, she loves me. It's great. And Nicole's like, do you not remember? She whipped her keys at your head. And I'm like, what? You guys, in my head, she just loves me. So like, and this is my big dar is what is my mom, what we call my mom. She's like super tiny. My mom's like 5'4". My dad was 6'8". And we're all like, I'm 5'9". My brothers are 6'4" and 6'7". Anyhow, I just want to give you that visual because we call her Big Dar because she was this tiny little person in our family, right? So why the hell was I telling you about Big Dar? Now that's a total score. Oh, because she's always in my head. This was her thing growing up, you guys. And I think when I talk about thought awareness, this is why this became so powerful because I know it is so powerful. She was always like, love, don't hate. I literally thought that was her quote. And then I found out it was Martin Luther King Jr. I'm like, oh my God, I totally thought my mom made that shit up. Although I guess it is pretty simple love, don't hate, right? But anytime we said anything negative about ourselves, about other people, love, don't hate, Addie. Like, and I can still hear her little voice in my head. I'm 50 fucking 3 years old, you guys. And I still hear my mom in my head saying, love, don't hate, right? And like, but that shift, I think, has really helped me just love everybody. And as soon as, like, when I see myself get in this negative spiral, and I was listening to one of my life coaches this morning, Brookster, actually, I was listening to her, and she was talking about how negative thoughts beget negative thoughts and negative thoughts, right? And if you can see your thoughts and be in awareness of this so you can change them, this is the game changing shit, right? Like once you're walking around in awareness and you can see your thoughts, you're like, no wonder I'm creating that reality, if that's what I'm really thinking about my process. If I've lost 24 pounds this year and my thought was, oh, it's too slow, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to lose this weight, if those were my thoughts, I never would. I am here 100% telling you guys I'm losing 100 pounds. And it might take me the next year and a half. It might take me 2 years. It might be a squirrely journey like it was for me these past couple of years when I had shit happen to my body that caused regain, right? Like, and this can be the same with money goals, with business goals, right? Like you're growing your business, it's growing, and then you hit a spot where you're like, something's not clicking or moving anymore. You need to pivot and adjust. And doesn't mean you're failing, or does it just mean there's another path opening for you? And I think if you can shift your mindset into what is that path? And how do I just keep getting up over and over again? Because we think we're going to find this magic fucking cookie, right? Like there isn't the magic pill, right? Just like all the weight loss drugs, everything we do is not the magic pill because we're like trying to figure out what is going on internally in our minds, bodies, and souls, right? Like, what is it I really need to care for and address? And how am I not taking care of that? And you're just attracting, my sister's a 2-4 generator. Yeah. Listen, I love, so this 2 line, which is the hermit line. How many of you guys know your human design out there? I'm really playing with, and this is where I had to stop myself because I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a 6-week um manifesting a 6-week human design cohort. And I really do want to do that, but I'm like, you need to finish this thing. You need to finish this whole onboarding, bringing people in, getting like the basic flow going so that we can move on to these other things. Cause I'm so pumped about human design that I want to like I'll like go all in on that and I won't finish creating what I'm creating, right? So I'm like seeing that. I'm like, okay, we need to finish this. Why was I telling you that? Oh, the hermit line. This is my open throat and my open head right here. You watch all the squirrels, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Because like I don't have consistent energy in these spaces, is what it means when you have an open center. And this can be your genius, right? Like I think we think when it's better to have an active center or something. And it really is just your composition is just different and understanding that can be your superpower, right? Like I don't have an active throat, but I think one of the things that why I love to podcast and why it's been a successful modality for me is because I can speak my truth through there and it's all different kinds of stuff, you know? And it's like gives helps me come from different perspectives. And I think how I can take something complex and turn it into I filter it through my Michigan midlife it's just filters and make it easier for like just the short version, right? Like here's what you need to know. Let's freaking go. Let's do it. You know, so understanding those things about yourself, but the two line being this hermit line, and that sometimes we need to just go inside of ourselves and understanding that that's part of who I am makes so much sense, you guys. Going back to Big Dar, to my mom, she used to be like, it's nap time. Addie needs her alone time. I'm like, why is it always Addie needs her alone time? What about my brothers? Don't they need their alone time? But it's like she intuitively knew, like, probably because I was a little bitch, right? Probably like, okay, Addie's getting out of her normal self. She needs a nap, right? Like, and I'd have to go be in my room, be alone. It was torture because I also have the community line where I have an integrated channel. I have the community channel. And like that is like, I want to be doing all the community stuff, but my other part of me also wants to hermit. But I think the thing that we don't talk about with the hermit line is that this is the line of like that natural genius. Like you can just pick up, learn things, and it's easy and you implement it and you can move on from, well, I move on from it, right? But like however you do that and talking about oh, it's hot in here. Yeah. I have to have my jacket on because it's too early for a bra. So I try to hide my boobs. Okay, that was a whole squirrel. Okay, you guys, so here is the mission for the week. First of all, if you're in Midlife Badassery group, we're going to meet Sunday, welcome all the new people, talk about the new pathways and the Kickstart plan. And for you guys, people scared to measure actual goals, I've got the witch plan for you. I love that. I should probably go on a witch plan for a little bit and see what that does to me. And then, so this week I'm excited to get to Arizona and feel the difference in my body and see what it's like to get out there and get to the mountain because, you know, physical movement activity, I don't know, you guys can see I got my treadmill right here, right? Like I do this 30 to 60 minutes a day, but I need to do more of that because I'm just in here, right? So I'm trying to make like 10-minute segments when I hop on, all of that. I did make my passport appointment, so I'm really proud of myself for that because like I did like just some dreaming yesterday. I've been watched like Eat, Pray, Love and just like that whole thought of exploration and travel and all of these things and bringing my next nomadic adventure into fruition, right? I did the whole RV thing. And now that Millie's graduating, I'm like, I want to nomad the world, you know, and go work in places a few different times. But I also want to be healed from all of this stuff. And it's just given me the perfect landing strip to set this or takeoff strip, whatever you want to call it, to set up my runway for my next big adventure. Being here and learning how to manage my mind in basically one room, like while I'm in this healing process, has been interesting, you guys. And because I have been historically, nature has saved me. Like getting in the earth has saved me, being outside and Um, so anyhow, I don't want to talk more about that because I'm working on my mind, seeing myself be out in the elements where everyone else is. And I love it. And it's radiant, it's beautiful. And I know I keep sharing this on here, you guys, and then I'm going to get off this live because I feel like I've been here too long. This visualize this book we're doing in our book club in the Me First in the Paid community. And I feel like I got coffee all over. It's so typical of me. But we're almost to the part where we're getting into practicing. But I love like this mindset stuff in here, so similar to everything we're learning. I am going to do a workshop on how to uncover your limiting beliefs and overcome them so we can start to rewire them. So I'm going to do a workshop on that where we interactively where you pull up your limiting beliefs. We got to look at your goal. What are your limiting beliefs about it? How do you even pull them up and see them? And then how can you process them through something like EFT and tapping, right? So I'm going to do that. But this book has been really good. If you guys can see this, Think, Feel, Perform, like the top 1%, visualize. She gets into 5 different types of visualization. And I've been doing this. I have this Believe app from a woman on school that runs a manifesting schoolroom. She has this app and it's got a lot of different hypnosis, they're not meditations because they're hypnosis, right? So anyhow, I've been doing that every morning. She has them specifically around allergies, around seeing yourself being out in the elements, which is very similar like Dr. Joe work, right? Where you guys know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, like where you get into this tapping into the quantum realm, right? Like becoming your true self, like tapping into stepping into the energy and accessing the entire field, right? And so like healing yourself, seeing yourself, like I don't know if you guys know his story at all, but he's a chiropractic doctor and he got in a really bad accident and they told him he wasn't going to walk again and he needed to have this surgery and it was going to permanently paralyze him. And he said, no, you know what, I'm not going to get that surgery, I'm going to heal this. And he went and he built his spine and his brain, like through his meditation, through doing all of this. So then and he would sit there for hours until he surpassed his body. And then so his entire process of what he teach comes from overcoming himself and becoming the supernatural, right? And I see so much of that in this visualized. And so does Dr. Joe. They talk about the science of that, right? The science of the power of our brains. And it's the same for your thoughts around whatever goals you're getting, what you want to be in life, like how powerful those thoughts are every single day when you wake up and what you're doing to either rewire them or are you staying the same, right? If you keep having the same thoughts over and over, you get the same results. And it can be the older we get, the more ingrained they are because they can become habit thoughts and just how you think about things. Excuse me, but you have the power. We have the power, right? And listen, I feel like the last 2 years, well, I got to stop saying that because I've been out of corporate America for 6 months again. But when I went back to work and really was just physically struggling, I feel like I stepped away from that awareness a little bit, if I'm being honest. Like it's hard when you're on the rat race, you guys. And I feel like a lot of the reason I had to go have that experience again is as coaches and as someone sharing my life and transformation publicly, it's easy to get removed from it and forget how hard it feels when you're in it. And all of you guys that are in it, I just want you to know that you can get out too. And it's not a diet. It's not what you eat. It's not a money game plan or a financial coach. It's not, the next big new business coach that is going to make the difference. It's your mindset and your thoughts. And if you can master that tool of moving toward your future self every day, the visioning, seeing it, rewiring thoughts, and you start to change who you are. and that's where true transformation lies. But no one wants to hear that shit because you know what? Guess what that can take? Time, right? So what if you let go? Like, I don't have to lose like 50 pounds this minute, right? What if you can let the journey be longer? Like I have an overall goal of 100 pounds, and like this quarter, I made a 20-pound goal. Yeah, a 20-pound goal. And how much? And I've lost like 2 pounds. So my quarter started in May. But I'm not mad at it. It's going to be a process of me getting back up over and over again while I figure this shit out because my body's constantly changing. And also, it's really easy to know, okay, well, as you get smaller, you need to eat less, right? Like I remember when I was skinny and being like, holy shit, the kind of food I don't need, and then eating times. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes into that, but that's just like the figuring out the hows. You know what I mean? Changing who you are and how you believe about how you're going to get back up over and over. That's the shit that moves the needle. That is the stuff that gets you to your goal, right? It's not doing the diet right or how many weights you're lifting. I mean, I think these things are all great to take care of ourselves, but it's how strong are you making yourself up here? Because that skill you can take and apply to anything, and you will get up over and over again, and you build resilience, you build self-trust, you build belief in yourself, and then you start to show up and do it, and you start to live it, and you're like, okay, who's this badass, right? And then you're going to hit another dark night of the soul because you're going to be that badass self. And then she's going to decide, oh, I want to be that badass self because we are growth seeking beings. You're not meant to stay the same. If you're living the same life over and over again, then you're probably feeling a little out of sorts. Like you're probably buffering in some aspects, whether it be with codependent relationships or with alcohol or food or overworking yourself, over fitness training. Like if you're not growing, if you're not moving toward a goal, and a goal, in my opinion, should always feel a little scary. And sometimes I go in and out of seasons of really having like a hard set goal. Sometimes you're in that season of figuring out what it is I even desire at this point in my life, right? And I think it's a cycle we go through, which we can probably also tie to our human design charts and numerology. What are you guys doing? I see people there, but it's like I silenced you all. Anyone there? Anyone else need a card pull today? All right, witches and bitches. So here's the deal. Follow me, subscribe, come along on the ride with me because we're losing 100 pounds here. So if you want to see a woman do that, hop on the ride. If you want to see me build an empire, follow along. Because how I learn is by sharing all the game changers with you guys. In fact, after I get this friggin' this thought video done that I want to create for you guys. This is my first YouTube video. It's taken me a month. Oh my God. Now I've been posting over here to YouTube, right? But it's my podcast where I riff, and lives, right? Where I just riff. But when you're making YouTube content, like I need to give you some bangers. Like you get in and you are like, you're like a goddess when you leave. You know what I'm saying? In 10 minutes is like my mission. So I have a really great, what I feel like is script. I went to edit it and I was like, oh, this is shit. And yeah, there's some perfectionism in there, but I also know once I start formally posting those to YouTube, like this is my learning phase right now, right? Like I want to be consistent with that. So I'm trying to figure that out in my schedule and time. There's like so many underlying layers to it. Mad respect to YouTubers. That's all I have to say. Like, because it is a lot. And I know they're like, just start. And I am starting, right? Because I practice my editing all the time too. Like I use Riverside to do my podcast. And in that, I edit in there, but I also have DaVinci Resolve. I've learned so much this year. That's the other thing we don't do is collect our wins, you guys. So not only have I lost 24 pounds, if I'm going to talk about my health, but I'm off Dupixent and I've stopped inflammation in a big part to my body. And I found product that is also helping my skin. I can feel it like rebuilding my skin layer, which is like really interesting. I I did a whole like finding what foods have been inflaming me, getting the right hormones. I mean, I've like had so many wins along that line. I'm rebuilding my gut barrier. Um, got some good, have the Acromacia stuff. This is Keystone for gut health. And then I got this Skinessa. This is new this is specifically for skin and gut lining. So I just started this one and it's just been a journey, right? As far as my business, my God, you guys, I've grown my school group from nothing and maybe bringing like 30 people over with me that, are a lot Facebookers. So they're not like always in the school community, right? So my school community, that's almost 400 members now, coming from some from Facebook, but a lot from the school network. I mean, that's huge to me, right? And to have 13 oh my God, it's like a coven, right? I have like 13 in my Me First group right now, which is magical because I wanted a small like founders group, but we're ready for new bitches to come in with us. And it's so funny. One of our calls has turned into like school owner call because we're like all building our school communities and like doing it together. And we've kind of turned that one into co-working calls. So I'm going to make like a specific weight loss call, but I also work one-on-one with the people in that community. So I'm going to start with the human design on them and see how I like bringing that into the coaching evolution with different goals, right? Like some are working on business goals, some are working on health goals, all of that stuff. So, I mean, just a ton of wins this year. What about you guys? Do you collect your wins? I think this is so key for us to pick them up along the way, right? I love numerology. Me too, Mel. Do you know your life path year? I got to see what my numerology day is today. I think I'm on day 6. I have an app I like for this. Are you guys all familiar with numerology? And somehow, yeah, I'm in a day 7, which is a very spiritual day, right? So if you're struggling with a problem, it's a right day to dedicate yourself. And then I like to look at what colors I'm supposed to wear. I look at this every day. Yeah. Oh, you have well, it's got to be a single digit. Oh, 11 or 2. Oh, so you're a magic, or what do they call that? Not a magic here, but I forget. You probably know. I'm a life path 5 and I'm in a year 5, which is all, if you guys know anything, the 5-year is all about transition and change and transformation. My whole human design reads transformation, change, community leader, my entire design. And I'm a Sagittarius who love to travel, love to explore, love to break all the rules, right? And I'm in a year 5 in a life path 5. Jesus, man. This is why like my kids are like my oldest daughter, for example, who's not much younger than you, Mel, right? She loves to be in like one place and she's very much a homebody. And I think I've done this to her. She's like, we moved all the time. Well, first of all, I was in property management. So back in the day, you used to get homes with your job, right? And like when I managed Capilina out here, I got my beach house with my job. We're like on the ocean. Of course, I'm moving there, right? Like the ocean was my backyard. Yeah, I'm not taking that house. You know what I mean? But so anyhow, we moved a lot and I love to move. I love new places. I love new things. You know what was really cool about the rig, about RVing what I did really like was having all my things with me all the time. You know what I mean? Like that, and I'd be anywhere I was, I just had like all my stuff with me. And that was pretty great. So I know it's going to be different as I go to Nomad around the world, right? I'm going to be in suitcases now, like all my things with me. Be interesting. And like my tech stuff, you guys should, I love computer shit. Like I love to design on the computer. I get lost in spreadsheets. I can get lost in creating things. I got all these, it's like a space station in here. So I'm like, how do you travel and have my screens? I have to buy a new screen in every country I go to because I want to go stay for a couple months in a place. Up first, Scotland. Where any Scottish bitches out there? What? I'm coming for you. I found out I'm 53% Scottish. My dad was adopted, so we had no idea for a long time. But I already told you he's a big ass dude, right? So we've always kind of been curious. And my brother's like, "Oh, I thought we were more Nordic." I'm like, "Me too," right? But I don't know, Scottish apparently. Anyhow, I don't know why I've been so drawn there before I learned that. And like now I'm like, I'm being called. So I'm gonna go put my body in the earth over there. I would like RV living. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was much harder than I anticipated alone, right? And even when my girls would come with me, it's not like they could share in the driving. And it's really exhausting and it's as expensive. Like I thought I was going to go save all this money. And honestly, I could have had like a penthouse in every city around the world, right? Like it is, unless you're going to figure out how to boondock, but to set up your rig so you can boondock is very expensive, right? You need solar, you need technology, like to just even get signal. I just started buying spaces. Right. Like I had this vision too when I set off that I was going to be in all the national parks, and so many times you can't get service and you're running a business from your rig, right? And if you're not, like if I were to pack an extra car, like I could have like unhooked my car, or if I had a fifth wheeler, but I had a 27 foot 26 foot because I wanted to get in the national parks. But of course I started RVing during COVID and they were all closed down. So hey, if you guys didn't follow me yet, follow and subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. Hey, we're going to be live in just 4 hours. I'm going to interview Katya. So I'm very excited for this. She's was born in Russia and grew up in the Ukraine. And so there's a lot of things she went through, like healing with the war over there. And so I want to dig in that a little bit, like I'm a real journalist over here. So I've got to go figure out how to do that because I have no fucking clue. All I know is I'm going to bring the energy and Katya, and I'm going to hold some space. I want to hear her story, and we're going to help her rise to the top of the school games too, right? So that's going to be fun. All right, my lovelies. That was all I have for today. You guys got anything? Mel, don't forget, let it go, sister. Let it go. Let it go. What is it? The storm don't want you anyway. I don't know. Just let it go. And I am going to bring a burst of magic today. So remember, my weight loss friends out there, the scale does not define you. And it just gives you a direction to steer your rudder in the right direction or not in the direction. Your thoughts about it are more important than anything. Because I can tell you from losing 120 pounds naturally the first time and doing it again, that it's about the getting back up over and over again. It's about figuring out how you get yourself to do that, not what fucking diet you're on. We all know how to eat once we're past 50. You know when you're overeating, you know, like all of those things. It's getting yourself an awareness of it, right? And like learning how to build habits that you need, and done, easy, right? Awareness of thoughts, see what you're doing, learn how to build a habit, start making the habit, because the habits create who you are. That's what we do in this process, you guys. So when I do my quarterly event, you're going to want a ticket to this bad boy, because this is where we get it done. We get your future vision, We get your goal mapped out. We get your daily actions put in place, and you learn how to build a habit. And we make one habit a quarter. And by the end of the year, who are you with 4 new habits? You know, who are you when you're the person that wakes up and gets on her treadmill instead of walking by it or hanging her clothes on it? You know, not that I'm speaking for a friend. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go prepare to be an interviewer. I used to dream of this when I was little, you guys. I'd stand in the mirror and I would practice like when I was a little kid being on TV. So now I just do it here with you guys. But now I'm going to be an official 60-minute interviewer. So come check us out later today. All right, you guys, thanks for being here with me. And we'll slay more next week. So next week, I'm going to weigh in live from Phoenix, Arizona at my daughter's house. So we'll have a little different experience over there. Maybe I'll be from the mountain next week. So hit the little bell. It'll let you know when I'm live. Okay, bye, guys. Thanks for joining.